my team, and I also learned through numerous training courses I took this summer. So the first training class I took was effective negotiating. Robert said, hey KJ, we need you to fill in for one of our team members on bill, make this training. I said, sure, whatever, anything for you. I was like, just one question, what kind of training is it? She said, effective negotiating. I had the biggest smile. I already consider myself a sly-talking, smooth operator. So, iron's gonna sharpen iron, so I was like, I can see what they know. It's gonna make me a way better negotiator. So I was really excited. A quote in that class was, in business as in life, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. And here's a great picture of my certificate. So I'm going to share with you guys the do's and the do-nots of effective negotiating. The first do is dumping garbage on their lawn. That is just saying you're giving them so much information, more than they can handle, and it's considered garbage because most of it should be true, but there's going to be some like fabricated truth. But what it does, it puts them in the state of defense, like trying to overwhelm them, so it gives you the upper hand, gives you the leverage in the negotiation. The next thing I learned was splitting the difference of the difference. Let's say I'm selling Adam a shirt. Hey Adam, I got this nice polo shirt, $50. Adam, he wants to buy it for $40. So KJ, I'm not going higher than 40, it's 50. Now I say, look, man, this is the finest silk of the land. Mr. Ralph Lauren himself did this polo. So this guy is saying that 50. And he realized, oh, he has a point. He's not going to go down to 40. So his last leap of faith is going to be 45. If you're not content with 45, go ahead and say 47.50. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm not paying the full price. So that's pretty ideal. 47.50, you're not too far from your asking price. So split the difference of the difference. This last do is something that we pretty much probably all have a problem with is shut up and listen. A lot of people, they feel like in a negotiation, if you're going to have a negotiation, you have to talk just as much as the other person is talking. Just got to get your point across. That's not necessarily the case. If you shut up and listen, you let them talk, you find holes in their story, and they start thinking, oh, why is he not talking? Oh, he's not leaning towards his agreement anymore. He's about to back out, or they don't know what you're thinking. So that's going to put them in a state of frame. So shut up and listen, and it's going to do you wonders. The next things I'm going to share with you is the do nots. The first do not is a huge one. It's do not negotiate unprepared. You wouldn't take a midterm or a final exam and not study for it. Don't negotiate unprepared. Make sure you know your information, the background about their information that can help you combat whenever someone's up in garbage on your line. So make sure you prepare on negotiation. The next thing is don't set an absurd anchor point. Anchor point is just a starting off price that should come in there. If you set something that's too high or too low, the other opposing negotiating team will look at that, will take that as a sign like disrespect, as if you're not taking their negotiation seriously. So that would just throw up the whole mood of the negotiation, so don't set an absurd anchor point. And the last thing is something I had a problem with and got me destroyed in the negotiating exercises we did, was don't share your pressures. Pressures is whatever is driving you to make this deal, good or bad. You share your pressures, it's going to just expose you because people aren't as sympathetic as you would think. So for negotiation, in my negotiation exercise, I said I have to get this contract out because if I don't get it out, my company will foreclose and downsize. As soon as I said that, the opposing negotiators started lowballing me on prices, knowing I need it regardless. So don't share your pressures. And unfortunately, I was not able to use this in the work, but this following weekend, I used it on my poor girlfriend. That following weekend. We went to this movie night. We wanted to go see a movie. She wanted to see some movie. I wanted to see something like the polar opposite. So I just started dumping garbage on her. This movie's 2.5 hours. You got a 45% on Rotten Tomato. I don't want to sit through that, And I was like, this movie I want to see 95%. They already gonna say it's gonna win a couple Emmys and all that stuff. And eventually she said, all right, Keisha, whatever, fine, we can see your movie. But gentlemen, you know how it goes. I went ahead and conceded defeat and said, we can see your movie just because lady always wins.
That's right.
Yeah, had to make a business decision. We can see whatever you want to see, sweetheart. All right, so the next class I was able to take was working at the speed of trust. I took it with Miss Barbara Weaver, Rachel, Ross from our Midland location. And the 4 cores of credibility is integrity, intent, capabilities, and results. And here's just a simple equation. High trust equals high speed and low cost. It's just simple. You trust the person next to you, y'all gonna work 10 times better and y'all gonna save the company money. Low trust, there's no accountability on that side. There's nobody who wants to take no work together. It's gonna cost you to go a lot slower, and it's not gonna save the company any money. So my favorite thing about that class was the pit crew mentality. In the United Kingdom, there's a hospital called Cardiff. It's a prestigious hospital. It's really well known around that area. And there's a neonatal cardiovascular team. And they're in charge of getting the baby from the delivery room to the operating room so the doctor can perform this operation. Well, during that 5 to 7 minutes, it was just straight chaos, people tripping over each other, cords going all over the place. And within that time, the baby unfortunately passed away. It was a high infant mortality rate. So what they did to figure out how can we get better was they went to an F1 pit crew, and they sat there and watched it, and they were just in awe, like how they're able to get the bolts out, change the tires, change the oil, add gas to the car, and on top of that, give the driver some water. They did that all within 2 to 3 minutes. So they set up a meeting with them after that, and they said, they asked, like, how do y'all deal with these extreme pressures? And he said, simple, we can't hear each other down there. We have to trust the guy next to us and trust that they're going to do their job, and in doing so, that just causes us to work faster. So that they took that advice, and they end up not having any wasted movement. They started moving really lean. They end up giving each other jobs, and in result, the infant mortality rate began to go down. They end up saving those babies' lives. Next thing I learned was how to build a valve. And I learned that every little piece can be the difference if your valve's going to leak or it is not. We had about 6 bolts, just everything going. One thing wasn't tight enough, your valve's going to leak. So I found that really cool, and it was awesome because when I'm going to Kevin's or Dustin's office, I would always find myself, when they're talking to me, just fidgeting with their valves. So now that I got my own, I don't have to go fidget with theirs, so that was really awesome. All right, the next thing I learned was the key components of pipeline. If any of you guys know Dustin Oakland, he lives by 2 things. That DITD, double the details, that's just saying, take your time, you're not in a rush to get it to me. I want something that's 100% right, but whenever you can get it to me instead of something that's 85% right and gave it to me within an hour, I sent it to you. So DITD. And you do not want to get one of those that's just saying, you need to look over what you just told me because, there's something wrong with that. And he's crazy about his pipe. He knows his pipe like the back of his hand. When he went through the pipe with me, the key components, he went through it in 30 seconds. I'm like, Dutch, you have to go rewind, right? My hands can't keep up with you. So the key components of the pipeline is pipe, valves, fittings, flanges, studs with nuts, and gaskets. The first thing we'll talk about is pipe. Our 2 most common pipe is ERW, electric resisted welded, and we have our seamless. We mostly buy the ERW just because it's more cost efficient and gets the job done, and seamless is more expensive. Next thing we'll talk about is valves. Valves is what we use just to control the flow of the pipe. We got our floating, you got our trunnion, and the big difference between the 2 is size. This one's going to be significantly smaller than that, and also at the bottom there's a stem to help keep it in place. Next, we'll talk about our fittings. You got your 45, 90, 180 elbows. You got your straight and reducing T. You got your eccentric and concentric reducers. And following that, you got our flanges, studs with nuts and gaskets. You got our RFWN flange, raised face, well neck flange. You got your studs with nuts. You got your gasket, and that will be the end product. Wow. So next thing I was able to learn this summer was the supply chain request for purchase process. Miss Barbara Harvin and Dustin both helped me really understand this. So it starts off with supply chain receive a BOM from our engineers. Big BOM sent for bill of materials. Following that, we'll create an RFP for our distributors. After that, we'll create a bid tab. Then from that, we will go ahead and select the most efficient and our economical bid. Then we will send our bid tab to project manager for approval. Then does our project manager approve? If so, we'll go ahead and create a purchase order in SAP. If no, we'll select the most efficient and our economical bid, because that's why he didn't approve it. He knows there's a better bid out there. After that, we'll award the bid to our distributor. The distributor will fulfill our order and ship it. Then we'll go ahead and the field business process receives the goods and post an SAP that, hey, we got the delivery, so y'all are good, everything was in there. After that, we'll receive invoice from distributors. Does the invoice match the PO? If so, we'll go ahead and end the RFP process. And if it doesn't, then that's just a whole split of webs that we just, if I went through it, we'll be here the rest of the day. But we'll begin the exception handling process. The next thing I learned with CMT, Contractor Management Tool. It's basically a database for all our contractors. You know, we got to chase they have the active MSA, see they have a high or low TRIR, and that stands for total recorded or total recordable incidence rate. And you want that to be low instead of high. Also, you got the physical mailing address. You got numbers you need to call. And what's really cool about this contractor, First Service Air Conditioning, it was the one I got in the CMT. I'll put the request in and get it in there. So I thought it would be really cool to show you guys what I got to put in there. Following that was the blanket work order database. The blanket work order is a pricing agreement between 1 to 3 years for one of our sites and facilities. It really helps us because it helps us forecast our cover spend for that service just because it's a set price. So we know how much money we're going to end up spending with them, however long the contract is going to be. And here's a nice one. Got Kevin Cronin, David Davis, which I use for my blanket work orders database project. And this next thing I learned probably my most important lesson of all. Like this is it. Lock your computer. If you do not lock your computer, you can end up like this guy, or even worse, you can end up like that guy. If you're on floor 22, floor 21, watch out for Kevin, watch out for Mr. Dustin, and lock your computer, especially Adam. Adam, lock your computer. That's all I'm saying. So last thing on our agenda is how to impact my team. On every picture I posted today, including all these pictures, there's one common theme. There's never a time I'm not smiling. If you saw me 100 times throughout, or anybody on my team saw me 100 times throughout the day, really my floor, they'll say, oh yeah, KJ, he was smiling all 100 of those times. I made slight eye contact with him. He said, how you doing today? What's up? Everything's going good? And it's just how I am. You know, there's things you can and cannot control. I couldn't control how fast I understood SAP. I couldn't control how fast I can work in CMT. But I can control how I came in from the first day to my last day. And from that first day, I had that smile on my face until now. And my last day is next week. You can bet all the money in the world I'm going to be smiling. I took upon myself to make sure, you know, every day I not just my mentors, Dustin and Barbara, but I knocked on everybody's door just saying, hey, good morning, around 7 o'clock, Barbara, yo. And everybody know, oh, it's KJ coming, knocking on the door saying good morning. And it's just how I am. It's just, that's the person I am, where my parents raised me. It's just, that's something that I can control. So I hope y'all really appreciate that, or appreciated that, because I really appreciated having you guys. Last is thank you. I want to say thank you to Anadarko for taking a chance on me and giving me this opportunity. And I also want to say thank you to my supply chain midstream team for giving me one of the best summer experiences I ever had since I've been in college, let alone probably way back till I was in junior high. It's just, you know, there was never a day I dreaded coming into work. You know, thinking about them 10-hour days coming in, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. These people gonna drive me crazy. But, you know, working with this team, it was a blessing. To be honest with you guys, there was never a day I dreaded coming to work. These 10-hour days felt like 4-hour days just because I was having a good time getting work done with my midstream team. I want to say a special thank you to Kevin Cronin. I didn't have the opportunity or chance. I had the luxury to sit across from him, the funniest guy, one of the funniest guys in Anadarko. I had the best two mentors anybody can ask for. And for my team, from Ashley to my work mom, Barbara Weaver, anytime my office was dirty, she'd be the first person to let me know. Marina to yo, just everybody on my team, y'all made a difference. All made a difference with me, and I just really appreciate that. And this memories I'm gonna cherish forever. Last thing, y'all got any questions?
Here we go.
KJ, what are you proudest of this summer?
She asked me what I'm proud of this summer. Coming in, he's not in here, but Waylon. My very first day, I go to Dustin's office. He said, "You know who this is?" I say, "This whole time you've been telling me the name is Dustin. Who is it?" He was like, "This is the man. Cut 206 POs in one day. He had the trophy and everything." He had the trophy and everything. Then everybody just saying, you know, you're in good hands. My thing is I was really worried, like I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be dead weight. I want to make the biggest, you know, difference for my team. And I feel as if, you know, this summer I was able to do that. I was able to make an impact. I was able to help everybody else. So that's probably what I'm most proud of. Yes, ma'am.
What was the biggest takeaway visiting West Texasville?
The biggest, other than it's just about hot as you know what. So man, yeah, I tip off to them engineers. Work in those extreme conditions all day, every day. No cellular connection, can't get on their phone. This is amazing that they do that. So that's one of the takeaways I had, and just like I said, just full circle and being able to see the things I've ordered this summer and be able to see that was actually a Sassafras out there. Just really just put it all in perspective. And like I said, I'm very thankful for you guys and Emily for letting me come with y'all.
How'd you enjoy working within SAP?
How did I enjoy working within SAP? Be honest with you, when I had my training, I was a little bit nervous. I was like, oh man, I was messing up. But at first, it was a little rocky. I had my days where I was just, DITDs. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. But with Dustin and Barbara, they were being so patient with me. I ended up getting the confidence. I was like, yeah, I just got the confidence. And, at one point, like working with the Speed of Trust, it came that one of our vendors, Debbie for Platinum Technology, she ended up cutting Barbara out, the middleman. She said, Barbara, I don't need KJ, because it went from, she sent it to Barbara put it on me, then it went from done with Barbara straight to KJ. So that was one of the big things.
Were there any questions from the phone line?
So that's it.
Was there a question?
Nothing on our side of Denver.
Okay, sounds like there's no questions. So great job,
Thank you.